Welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone. We are here with Dr. Ryan Stanton. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good day, guys. How are you?
I'm doing good, but you know what? I'm trying to keep myself from getting sick from all the germs that are around right now. Both of my kids have been sick. There's germs just flying around everywhere right now, isn't there?
Yeah, I want to give you an idea. So thankfully, one of our folks out there let me borrow this quarter. And this is a standard quarter. You put that on your skin right now, and I'm currently covering up somewhere between 25 million and 500 million germs.
Get out of town.
Probably representing somewhere between 40 to 1,000 different species of bacteria. Now, the information you got there is they're not all bad. Germs are good for you.
Okay.
The reason we digest food is because good bacteria are balanced in there. So our world is about balancing the good and the bad. And in many cases, our immune systems are very good at protecting us from bad bacteria and viruses while allowing those that are good for us to do their thing, but in balance.
Wow.
All right, Dr. Stan, I'm a little nervous to touch you after hearing about all those germs.
I have the quarter.
Oh, gosh. But, Doc, how do we get sick, though? How does that actually happen?
So we have several layers of an immune system. Our immune system actually fights things, whether it's in our airways, through our bloodstream, on our skin. Our skin is the best defense against germs and bacteria and illness. Other than that, our immune system finds things that are not supposed to be there and attacks them. It takes them out as they come in, but occasionally you get overbalance. You get something in there that's in a dose that can overwhelm your system and makes you sick. Most of the time, all that really does is build our immune system and make us healthier down the road, but in some cases, and the worst part is, we just feel like junk for about a week or so.
Right, right. So how do we avoid that? How do we prevent getting sick and getting illnesses?
There's three things I love to talk about for this. There's a three-step plan. First is to keep it clean. Wash your hands, wash your workspace, wash your desk, and always consider those things that actually carry the most germs, like that cell phone right there.
I knew you were going to pick up my cell phone.
And keyboard. Those things carry more germs than you would ever imagine. They're dirtier than your toilet seat.
Oh,
Second is keep all your immunizations. This is making for a great day conversation. Good lunch, everybody.
Nobody call me today.
Keep your immunizations up to date. You want to make sure we have them for a reason. There is a balance. There is some small risk with some of the immunizations in terms of illnesses, but they have a huge benefit in terms of saving millions and millions of lives over the last decades. And finally, don't be a hero. If you're feeling ill, you're feeling sick, don't go to work, don't go to school, stay at home, don't get the rest of us sick. So let's take some time away, make sure that you're feeling better, make sure that you get checked out, get the things you want. In most cases, people just want to feel better.
Yeah.
So get that symptomatic management. Antibiotics are not always the answer, only when absolutely indicated. But don't be a hero. Let's just take some time away. Let us all make it through this without getting sick.
Right.
Well, I wanted to ask you, when you start feeling some of those symptoms, okay? Some of those, is it good to take vitamins, vitamin C, stuff like that?
Actually, there is some good research that vitamin C does decrease some, and a lot of those things that you see, those airborne things like that they use, they're all vitamin C based. Those actually do decrease the risk some.
Okay.
And so there are some naturopathic things that you can do. The best things you can do is a good, healthy diet, a little bit of vitamin C, and then keeping those surfaces clean to help prevent that exposure to large amounts of germs.
Wow. And something you mentioned earlier, too, was the immunizations. Now, a lot of times, I know there's a lot of talk about that right now as far as people backing off of having them done. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, some people also get them, but they spread them out. What are your recommendations with all of that?
People are backing off because they did not live through the time where people got sick and died on a daily basis. There was a time in our history that you did not expect your child to live past a year of age.
Wow.
I saw a patient just a couple of weeks ago who survived polio, is permanently in a wheelchair and has been for 6 decades. People don't know what we were through, what we have gotten rid of. My entire practice in emergency medicine has changed because I don't have to do lumbar punctures on children under a year of age every time they come in with a fever, because we've basically eradicated Haemophilus influenza meningitis with an immunization.
Wow.
Yes, we can have some things with the immunization, small risks of complications, but comparatively, everything in medicine is risk versus benefit, and the benefit is so much higher than that risk that honestly, I'm blown away when we start saying we're going to pull back from things that have saved literally millions of people.
Absolutely.
And Doc, real quick, we've got your show coming up. Can you tell us what's going to be up next?
Yeah, we got a fantastic story, a story about Erica Todd. Erica was a physician's assistant who found out that she was pregnant with her second child, and shortly after finding out she was pregnant, she found out she had cervical cancer. She chose her baby over her own life, decided to carry that child through delivery, delivered a healthy boy, and then she passed away about 2 months later in February of this year. And we sat down with her family to talk about that ultimate example of sacrificial love.
Wow.
And you can catch that next Saturday on the 5th at 7 a.m. right here on ABC 36. Also, right after that on YouTube, we'll post it up so you can catch it as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. And coming up next, the Newport Aquarium shows us